Today's April 15th, and this is your writing lesson for today. Make sure you react to the post with a smiley face. You'll go to the assignment tabs, click on Writing Lesson 415. You'll follow along with my video, and you will make sure to complete the progressive verb tenses worksheet at the end. After you complete the progressive tenses worksheet at the end, make sure to click on the IXL link and practice your progressive verb tenses there. You are going to click the Turn In button to submit this assignment on Teams. Okay, so again, you're going to check your Teams, react to the post with a smiley face, click on the assignment under the writing lessons. It's called Writing Lesson 415 today. Follow along as I teach. Complete the past progressive verb tenses worksheet at the end. You'll click on the IXL link and you will continue with your IXL practice, okay, and turn in the assignments. So what are progressive verb tenses? I can identify past, present, and future progressive verb tenses. Okay, and here's your objective of today. I can correctly identify the past, present, and future progressive verb tenses. Well, what's a progressive verb tense? Okay, progressive verb tenses tell about an action that happens over a period of time. A present progressive verb tense happens now in the present. A past progressive verb tense happens in the past but is no longer going on. And a future progressive verb tense happens in the future, so it hasn't happened yet. So let's watch this YouTube video really quick. Okay.
Hello.
You guys are
What were you doing
going
Sunday
to
afternoon?
watch this video. It will talk about progressive verb tenses.
About a week ago.
And have you finished it?
Okay,
Yeah,
and
on
let's
Tuesday.
listen along.
Okay, so you didn't read all of it on Sunday.
No, I was in the middle of it.
What's something that you started and finished on Sunday?
I visited my grandparents.
All right. What's something you did every Sunday this summer?
I visited my grandparents.
Okay, cool.
Does anybody notice the difference between those verbs, the endings? We have suffixes on both of those words. We had the word I was reading, that's the verb, and then I have the word visited. So I was reading ends in an ing, and the word visited ends in an ed.
Cool. We've got two types of tenses here. You said you visited your grandparents last Sunday and that you visited your grandparents every Sunday. Those are both in the past simple tense.
Also, I'll visit my grandparents next Sunday because I still visit my grandparents every Sunday.
Okay, great. Those were in the future simple tense and the present simple tense. Do you know what these four variations of your sentence have in common?
What?
You're thinking about visit as a whole thing. Either you considered one visit from start to finish, or your visits are a habit or routine that doesn't have a start or finish in sight, so you consider how it's always true.
Okay.
Progressive verbs don't have a start or finish. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Progressive verbs do not have a start and finish. Simple verbs have a start and a finish.
So it's like seeing the big picture.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. But what about reading that book?
Well, you just asked about Sunday, and I only read part of it in the middle. So that's not really the big picture.
When we're looking at only a portion of the time an action lasted, we use a progressive or continuous tense instead of a simple tense. Can you tell us how these verbs are different?
Yeah, they end with ing.
That's true, but there's more. You also need some form of to be in front of the main verb. Don't forget about those.
Okay.
Whether they are in the past, present, or future, progressive and continuous tenses tell us that the verb is temporary, which means we know it will finish relatively soon, but it hasn't finished yet.
But I finished reading the book on Tuesday, remember?
Sure, now it's finished, but our context was Sunday afternoon.
What do you mean by context?
It's like a window. You can't always see everything on the other side, so just focus on what you can see. If our window was Sunday afternoon, and that's all we're focusing on, did you finish?
No, I didn't. I see what you mean.
So that's an example of past progressive. What about the present? What's something you're doing right now that you haven't finished?
I'm talking to you.
That's true. We started a couple minutes ago and we're still going.
What about the future?
I think it's a bad idea for your friends to call you at 2 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping.
Right. You haven't started sleeping yet, but in the context of tomorrow morning, you'll be in the middle of your sleep and you won't be ready to wake up.
No.
Okay, so you guys are going to continue working on watching that video. And we're going to continue our lesson, okay? So take some time, make sure to watch the link out of the video. And it's 7 minutes long, okay? And it has some really good information about past progressive, present progressive, and future progressive verbs. Okay, so let's just practice here. It says past progressive tense. The past progressive tense describes something that continued in the past. It used the verb was or were as a helping verb. He was working. Okay, so that signified that he worked, that he was doing it in the past. Okay, so let's see if we can identify the past progressive verbs in our sentences. The artist was making amazing pictures in his studio. Well, the past progressive verb is was making. An art gallery was showing them last month. If you guessed was showing, you were correct. Everyone was admiring his art. Was admiring is your past progressive tense. We were working together on some collages. Were working is your past progressive tense. Are you guys following along? So we have, when it's past progressive, we have was or were as our helping verbs, and then the verb always ends in an ing. The pictures were hanging on the wall of the studio. Okay, so if you guessed were hanging, you were correct. They were creating collages last year at school. Were creating. I was using photographs for my collage last year. Was using. My friends were collecting photos of animals for me. Were collecting. Also, I was cutting out comic strips for another collage. I see the word was, and I see a word ending in an ing, so I'm going to guess that was cutting what is the past progressive tense. I was showing that collage at my school's art show last winter. I see that word was again, and I see that word showing with an ing. So was showing that collage at school. Was showing is the past progressive verb. I was telling my friends about my plans for the next collage. Was telling is the past progressive. They said they were wondering what I could do next. Were wondering. Okay, so anytime you're looking for a past progressive verb, you're looking for the word was, and you're looking for the verb that ends in ing. Okay, now it's your turn. You guys are going to click on the box, fill in the past progressive verb in each sentence. Okay, and if you have any issues with clicking the box, that you can't click and type in it, please message me on the Teams board and I will definitely log into your account with you and I will show you how to click and drag and make a new box and make sure that you can enter your answer. When you're done with this activity, please make sure that you click on iExcel and you practice the progressive verb tenses there. At the end of practicing, make sure you click that turn in button on your assignment page. Otherwise, your assignment stays incomplete, okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day, everybody.